to show you the problem we have with powdery mildew. It's developed on the squash and on the pumpkins. You can see that there. And it just started after I began watering, but it's covering all of these plants. So what we're going to do is mix up a solution of baking soda to 1 gallon of water and get spraying this, and what that'll do is elevate the pH, because I don't want these leaves to die like they have every other year. We got a lot of production, and we're still producing spaghetti squash, and so we want to make sure that we continue that. We're going to take care of this powdery mildew by using our pump sprayer. And what we're going to do is use some baking soda. I've been going kind of heavy with it, and I've been using two tablespoons and mixing it up. So do that. And for 1 gallon, 2 tablespoons for a gallon. And then adding that to all of the squash and pumpkins and those types of vegetables that are susceptible to powdery mildew. Now, I've already sprayed down there in the garden, so I won't show you that. But you want to coat the top of the leaf as well as under the leaf. It's a little bit of work, but it does work very well. I'm mixing up a batch now for my second application that I'll probably do tomorrow. So we're going to add a gallon of water here, and then we'll get spraying. So we've put our application down. I just wanted to show you a typical leaf, how they actually start underneath and then come through the top of the leaf. So what you want to do is raise that pH level, but it's already fading, so I may, if I don't hit it later today, I'll do it again, definitely tomorrow. Do it a few times a week until I can start sending this stuff back. It's been very humid, and that's why we're seeing this. And I'll show you an update once we get a couple days past, and then we can see if it worked. But I've seen some pretty good results. You see a really big spot of it there, and smells just like mildew, so because that's what it is. So we'll show you an update as soon as we get some results. All right, next up we're gonna be picking some of these beets. It'll help thin them out anyway, but they're not huge, but they've been in long enough and the tops are starting to dry out, so we're going to take these out and thin them out a little bit and prepare for our secondary crop. We're not harvesting huge beets, but they'll be delicious. They'll be nice and small. We're going to go down the row and continue picking them, and we'll show you what we have on it. Not a bad little harvest. Yeah, we got some small ones in here, but then we got some decent size beets. These are those Cylindra beets I showed you in a previous video. They ran into some hard ground. I didn't till deep enough, but they'll literally get long like a sweet potato. Here's another one. There's another one. You can see that, but you know, they'll be good eating. I'll be able to can these. I think that's what I'll be doing, is get these in a canner. I've got a secondary crop growing in the back. It's being overrun by weeds again, and that has been just how things have gone this year. A lot of weeds. So we're going to thin these out real good so we get some nice big beet production out of these, the remaining ones. And we might even, what I wanted to do was rototill this whole row here. And we're going to get these carrots up, because these carrots they're done. They're not doing so well, and I want to get a secondary crop in there of broccoli that I've got growing right now. So here's a good reason why carrots need deep soil. Here's our bunch of carrots. As you can see, they're stunted. What happens is they started forming okay, and then they hit hard ground, and what wound up happening is they curl up around themselves. This one spiraled. So I rototilled the area and had it rototilled pretty deep, but then we had all that rain, and that rain, I didn't have a raised bed of carrots, so what happened is the rain compacted the soil, and you can see what wound up happening. This one just folded around itself, and then what it winds up doing, there was one that actually tried to get through, but what winds up happening is they send out all these little fibrous nodes that try to grow in different directions, like this one. Yeah, well, we got some baby carrots. A little disappointing, but carrots they can be tough. So, and the kids will eat them, and Reagan likes them too. And there's our beets washed off and ready to be put into the canner.